Hey, have you ever felt like you've been working on a specific skill, whether it's in a hobby or a piece of your work or whatever it is, that you feel like you should be a lot better at, because you've been working on it for so long and just things don't feel like they're getting better? In this video, I'm going to talk about why that is and what you can do about it to make sure that you feel like and you can see that you're improving and getting better. Let's do it. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Wake Up Get Better podcast. This is your morning activation. Listen, I was training jujitsu last night. I've been doing that for about a year and a half, and every week a bunch of us get together for what we call War at 4 on Friday afternoons. And those rounds are usually some of the toughest of the week. And every week I kind of walk out of there thinking, man, am I getting any better at this? I've been doing this for a year and a half plus. Am I getting any better at this? And it brings me back to something one of the professors said the other day. He said that, this thing that we're doing, guys, it never actually gets any less hard. It's always going to feel hard. But the good news is that you will get better. And the more you get better, the more you improve, the more you will start to win. And eventually that winning is what's going to be the result, right? It's going to be the thing you can look to and say, oh, okay, well, I'm winning more than I used to lose. Or I'm able to solve more problems than I used to be able to solve. And you can look for those signs. But the crazy thing is, and this is what I wanted to bring to you today for this morning activation, the crazy thing is that when you're in the middle of it, progress doesn't feel like anything. It just feels like you continuing to show up. Like another example of this would be like me, setting up this equipment every day and recording a podcast for this morning activation. It doesn't necessarily feel like anything unless I start to think about it. And then I realize like, oh shit, like I've done 13 of these in a row or 14 of these in a row. Whoa, dang, that's crazy. Like, and I could look at my podcast feed and I was stuck in like the 80 episodes for a while. And I was thinking, man, I just really want to do more episodes. And then at some point I decided, 13, 14 days ago, I decided that I was going to wake up and record a daily episode. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, I can look at that and see like, man, this is growing a lot faster. Right? And so when you're in the middle of it and you're not thinking about it and you're just doing the work, it doesn't feel like progress. It doesn't feel like anything's happening, but you're getting better. And if you start to think about what you're doing and the actions you're taking, you can actually start to see that you're winning. And I think the concept of winning kind of gets a bad rap in the creative space because for whatever reason, it's been kind of like demonized of like, well, we're not here to win. We're not here. Like, no. I want to kind of reprogram that idea and what winning actually is. Winning is being able to create the world you want to create. Winning is being able to have the time freedom that you have and that you want to value and make sure you protect. Winning is being able to spend more time with the people you love, right? And winning is being able to take care of your health. Winning is these are all winning, right? When we start to look at it that way and we start to track our progress in that way, like, am I actually getting more of this stuff that's actually important? Or am I starting to go away from this stuff and leaning more towards things that aren't so important, right? I know that I have been in that space before where I'm like, man, nothing's really happening. I was like, okay, well, are you focusing on these things or are you doing more of these things? And so for this morning activation today, I want you to think about the things that you show up and do every day, because those consistent things, those things that you take action on every day that are non-negotiable, the things that you actually do, those are the things that are going to prove that you're winning. Those are the things that are going to actually make you better also. So if you show up and you commit to doing the steps to get to the end, then you will get the life and the work that you want. That is the key. And I don't think there's any way around that. And you're going to start to see evidence pop up as you go along as well. That's what's cool. That's just like, like I'm able to solve more problems here. I'm able to create more stuff. I'm able to think more clearly. I'm able to land more speaking gigs. I'm able to sell more of my offer with ease. Like these are signs that will be popping up as you continue to do the actions. You know, this jujitsu path that I was talking about and that I bring up stories from time to time because it's a big part of my life now is interesting because it's a long-term thing, right? It's a long arc goal. In order to get a black belt, it's like 10 years plus, right? I mean, there's people who do less, there's people who take a lot longer, but it's like 10 years that's the end. And people would say like that the black belt would be like, that would be the like ultimate, right? Like if I could get to that point, right? But the truth is the magic happens in the process in between when you start and the end, right? And I would say if you talk to a lot of black belts, you would probably hear from them that this is not the end, not even close. This is all really hard. Every day I come in here and it's hard and I have troubles from this person. I have to solve new problems and it's difficult, but you have 10 years of consistently showing up and being the person who deserves to have that thing at the end. And so because you have all of that, it becomes a part of who you are on the inside, right? And that is unshakable, right? Over time. So I just want to encourage you guys to, if you're feeling like things aren't progressing as fast as you want, look for the things on the outskirt that might be affected by the actions you're taking. If you're taking progressive action towards the goal, and you know the things that you're doing are going to impact your ability to get where you want to go. If you're doing that, things are molding towards you to give you what you want. It's an impossibility for them not to, right? It's going to the universe, whatever, is going to start like navigating things towards you because this is focus, right? When we focus on something, when we focus on a goal, when we start progressing towards that and taking actions towards that, things start to fold in on us. And so you can see it, but you have to look for it, right? Because when you're in the middle of it, it just feels like you're doing actions. But what's actually happening is you're getting better. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. If you're a creative or an owner and you want to have more flow and focus in your life and work, go to chriscreed.com/flow and you can sign up for my free group there. And every week I do a free live clearing session, and those clearing sessions are meant to clear out this old data and these stories that are in the way from getting you where you want to go. And those are really fun. Again, the group is free. You can go to chriscreed.com/flow to get in there, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye.
Slow down. There's nothing to get you. Can always turn